If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this: never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit, you'll want to go home. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward.
This lion, he's the king of the jungle. Huge mane out there. He's so big. He's so hot. Now, the little lion cubs, they start messing with him. Biting his tail, biting his ears. He doesn't do anything. The lioness, she starts messing with him, coming over, making trouble. Still, nothing. Now, the other animals, they notice this, and they start to move in. The jackals, hyenas, they're barking at him, laughing at him. They nip his toes and eat the food that's in his domain. They do this, and they get closer and closer and bolder, till one day, that lion gets up and tears the shit out of everybody, runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
All right, guys. Got a little bit of a weird start. I think Adam's in here now. There he is. I can't hear you. We'll figure it out. All right, guys. So we got a little bit of a late start. Actually not really, because I normally don't start my political streams until 10 o'clock. It's just normally when I stream with Adam, we try to start a little earlier. We are usually Tuesdays is our pop culture stream. We take a break from politics, but we decided to just there's so much going on. I'm like, let's just pop on. We'll push some politics tonight. We'll go over our pop culture stuff a different night. And shit, we're gonna try to get Adam back in here. See what happens. But yeah, we are live on YouTube, Rumble, Locals, Twitch, and Kick, and X. So appreciate it for you guys. If you want to support this channel at any point, like, subscribe, share, goes a long way. Appreciate it. Kamala Harris picking quite a radical for her VP, Tim Walz. A lot of people are trying to play him off as some kind of middle of the roader because he goes hunting. Saw a photo today, like, I dare the Republicans to say this is left wing, and it's like him, like, you know, hunting with a hunting rifle. I'm like, bro, it takes a little more than just hunting to make you not forget all the crazy stuff he's done. 2020 encouraged the riots, allowed the cities to be burned down. He signed a bill to allow illegals to get driver's license, which in effect will automatically register you to vote. He said, this is before Trump built the wall. If Trump builds the wall, I'm just going to bring a ladder so they can come over here illegally. there's nothing moderate about this guy at all. So don't let them. Democrats are really good with taking that narrative and running away with it. Don't let them have it. Just keep posting, keep talking about it. Thankfully, we have things like Rumble and X that we did not have before. I know a lot of people. One personally, a really good friend of mine, who's just it's all rigged. Who cares? He's like, I guess I'll go vote, but it's like, if you have that attitude, it's like I can't help you. It's like, then just give up. Then leave the country. I don't know what to tell you. There's things you can do right now. You're just bitching for for just bitching sake at that point. You can help register people to vote, door knock, make phone calls for Trump. It's very easy to sign up. You can just speak out about it. Post on X. I mean, I think it's the least you could do. Actually, the least you could do is just go and vote. But we didn't have Rumble in 2020. At least not on the scale like it is now. We didn't have X. We had Twitter. We didn't have an X. We got to make that distinction. We didn't have Truth. We didn't have Getter. We didn't have things like Real America's Voice and stuff, and things like Newsmax and all were put on the map. They're trying to get Adam back in here. He's crashed hard. We'll get him back in here. Yeah, as you guys know, normally with political streams, we go about 20, 30 minutes over here. Sometimes we go, most of the time, I say we go a little bit longer. I try to keep it 30 minutes, and we go over just the rumbles and locals. Recently uploaded my first ever locals exclusive, and I'm working on another one. So if you guys want to go follow me over there, just it's content I'm only uploading on locals. A little spicier, a little more uncensored. Well, I'm trying to there he is. I think we got you.
All right.
There you are.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. It would not recognize my Yeti microphone. It was for some, I had to force Rumble Labs to recognize that I do in fact have a Yeti microphone.
Oh, really? It wasn't different.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Oh, so it's on Rumble's end, they just want.
Yeah, it you know how when it says allow the audio to be used, allow the microphone to be used. It was it just in the options, Yeti microphone was not one of them. That's why it wasn't coming through with any sound.
Oh, geez. Well, at least we got it now. Yeah, a little bit of a late start. What I was saying when you're fixing your mic. Normally, when I do my political streams, it's usually just me, and I do start at 10. But I try to start a little earlier when Adam's here. But we got it. We got it going on, and we're going to talk about Kamala Harris's VP. We're going to talk about Trump. He's just on a huge stream with Aiden Ross. Got gifted Trump a Cybertruck that they're trying to say is illegal now.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was,
it's not illegal. But
dude, it was really funny to see Hassan Piker going nuts over it though.
Oh,
that was the funniest shit.
He was losing his crap.
He's like, oh my god, that's illegal. That's illegal.
No, he's not he's just a citizen right now running for president. It's not illegal. I think they would cover that before live streaming there, but
well, yeah. It's also a personal gift, which I guess there's different rules to it, and regardless of that, you would not have this much blow up if Kamala Harris was accepting $6,000 this and that all the time.
Yeah, there's always
they wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, there's always some kind of weird special rules, a citizen can only donate so much to a campaign, but then if you do it through a company like Mark Zuckerberg did with his hundreds of billions of dollars, there's no limits.
Right.
There's always some kind of way around the law. It's bullshit.
Well, and also, as I said, personal gifts, I believe, are a different category. So, what he did technically doesn't matter.
Yeah, but we'll do a little bit of that, and apparently some news of a Elon Trump interview. But yeah, we got a few things to cover, and I think that was it. I think that's all I listed there. But we'll dip right into the starting off point here.
I did in fact find I did my research on JD Vance like you told me to, and I found out some interesting stuff about him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. some interesting stuff. So this is it's going to be groundbreaking. I'm just letting you know that this is coming straight for me, and it's probably going to upset a whole lot of people. But it is what it is.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm excited to hear it then. Well, let's just start off with the first thing. Obviously, everyone's talking about her VP pick. Well, I think she's.
I hate her. I hate how she like really tenses up when she's like looking at stuff. I don't know. She just creeps me out. I don't know.
She is trying to capitalize on the cringe, overly staged phone calls. She just had the Obama one, which was horrible, overly edited, 20 cameras. They tried to make it look like it was a nonchalant type off the cuff call.
Yeah,
but she's going with this. So let's go with this. This is her asking for the first time ever. She did not discuss it beforehand.
Hi, this is Tim.
It's Kamala Harris. Good morning, Governor.
Good morning, Madam Vice President.
Listen, I want you to do this with me. Let's do this together. Would you be my running mate and let's get this thing on the road?
Ah!
I would be honored, Madam Vice President. The joy that you're bringing back to the country,
he's a regular dude
out there. It'll be a privilege to take this with you across the country.
Well, let me tell you, I have just the utmost respect for you. I have really enjoyed our work together. You understand our country. You have dedicated yourself to our country in so many different and beautiful ways. And we're going to do this. We're going to win. And we're going to unify our country and remind everyone that we are fighting for the future for everyone.
These videos are just so cringy. I don't care who does it. I don't care if it's the left or the right. They are so cringy. They're so
all right, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Overly
Take care.
staged.
Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Oh God. All right.
I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. That is so fucking cringy.
They're trying to make him seem like they're really trying to paint him as the kind of middle of the road type guy sitting there in his house with his camo hat, posting a lot of pictures of him hunting, trying to be like, look, he's got a gun.
Yeah,
he goes hunting. What about that, middle America?
Yeah, and look, and dude, he's just like you. He left his unit high and dry right before they deployed. That's like something you would do, right? That's what you would do.
Yep, we do have the story too of him just kind of abandoning his duty to serve.
Let me tell you something. If you think that's gonna get all those military votes, no, it's not.
Yeah,
they have some words for people like him, and none of which I can probably say here because I'm not in the military, so I will not quote them for them. But if I ever get my brother on, he'll probably have some choice.
Oh, he'll go off. Yeah, well, I think he's trying to top his wife. This is the I guess you would call him the second gentleman.
The second gentleman,
Kamala Harris.
It sounds like a really bad superhero name.
Yeah, he's a character to say the least. But here we go. Him calling. I was gonna say Joe Biden. Him calling. I guess whatever her name is. I don't know his wife's name. But yeah,
Walls.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, do we miss the name in the beginning?
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a shitty, made up fucking video.
Yeah. No, it's real. It's authentic.
Yes.
It's Doug Emhoff. How are you?
Why don't they use the same last name?
Holy smoke.
Right. So.
Thank you for taking time to call.
Because it's easier in the divorce later. So that they don't have to change
Speed up that paperwork.
I actually know what you're going through right now, but the good news is I've already been through it. So just like Dr.
Did you know he is obnoxiously rich?
I heard that. I never actually looked at his net worth, but I heard he's filthy rich.
Yeah, that's why Kamala Harris married him.
We are going to win this election together, and I cannot wait to see you.
And he cheated on his first wife, and
well, yeah,
all this other stuff coming out. Yeah, his nanny. That was it, Robert. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
all right, we get it.
Be honest.
they're all doing their, they got the honeymoon phase, just like Kamala was going through. A new candidate, new, everyone likes new and flashy.
It's new.
Yeah. And we even had from I think Tim Pool posted it, like the betting odds are in Kamala's favor now, which is the first time that a Democrat got ahead of Trump in the betting odds. But again, it's a honeymoon phase. It's going to die down. However, with that being said, that doesn't mean that Republicans need to get lazy and just give up. Because I was talking a little bit about last stream how lazy Republicans get. Go, we got it in the bag, man. It's a red landslide. It's a red tsunami, and they sit home, they don't vote, they don't do anything, and then we lose horribly in a lot of these elections. I mean, I don't know where this red wave is that they keep talking about.
Well, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It's one of those things where, yeah, we get lazy, but it's also another thing where I just feel like there's so many just like hive-minded NPC types out there that like it makes it that much more difficult. So even if you feel like you're gonna win in a landslide, you just got to believe that there's for every one of us, there's like 6 that don't pay attention or care.
Yep. And they got to realize it's not just Trump versus Kamala. Because, yeah, if all elections were fair and was straightforward and it was literally just Trump versus Kamala, yeah, he would probably destroy her. But it's Trump versus the machine. It's this big apparatus, Hollywood, celebrities, big tech. It's not just, you can't get complacent, you can't get lazy. And just to real quick to go with this Walls thing, can I bring this up real quick? I don't know why it closed. I think I can. Here we go. This is them on CNN. This guy's like CNN of all people. I guess they had a guest on that had a little bit of common sense. And he kind of pushes back on Dana Bash, who says how normal this guy is. He's just a normal, everyday guy. And, hey, Scarlett, how you doing? Good to see you. Robert, how you guys doing? We'll go over a little bit of the Aiden Ross interview. We're not going to watch the entire thing, but we'll go over some clips.
Yeah, that's a lot to unpack on that one. I haven't even watched the full thing, and it was only 30 minutes.
I had it playing like on the background during the when I was working, but I can't like just sit there and watch it while I'm at work. So I kind of got the gist of it. But yeah, here we go with someone with common sense on CNN.
One of his friends told me this morning that his superpower is how normal he is.
Is he?
Superpower.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know this guy. I mean, is it normal to let your biggest city in your state burn while you're the governor for 4 days, destroying thousands of businesses, hundreds of millions of dollars in property damage while you do nothing? Does that sound normal? Is it normal for your wife to say she opened the window so she could let the smell of tire fires waft in so they could take in the smells of this radical chaos and anarchy on the streets of Minneapolis? I don't view any of that as normal. I look at this through the lens of decision making. And in 2 cases, they've showed us who they are. Kamala Harris absolutely bowed down to the radical left in her party by not picking Shapiro, who is Jewish.
Yep.
There was a nasty campaign run against him. Everybody knows it. No one wants to admit it, but everybody knows it. And she wound up choosing the person who was not Jewish and not as talented and not from the state that she has to win. He did a nice job tonight. Everybody can see why he was the best choice, but she couldn't do it because the party is somewhat awash in anti-Semitism. And for Walls, when he did what he did during the riots, to me, it was him saying, I don't have the strength or the character to stand up to this anarchy. So in 2 big decision points for this ticket, they've showed us they will always bow down to the radical left. So I think if you want to talk about normal, to the normal people in this country, bowing down to the radical left is not normal. It shouldn't be normal, and it should be a flashing red light to the normies of America that this is not the ticket for you.
It should be, yeah. I mean, he's right. This is anything but a middle-of-the-road ticket. It is a super far-left progressive ticket. There's nothing middle-of-the-road about it. And he made a good point about Shapiro. That would have been the best choice because even though I can't stand the guy, he is talented. He's a good speaker. He's ambitious. And maybe that's...
And he's part of Pennsylvania, which helps to improve her ticket.
That
I don't know.
Kind of need
Sounds smart
Pennsylvania.
to me. But that's the thing about the left that like nobody likes to talk about is just how actually racist, and I mean like in the truest sense of the word, like racist in the sense that, oh, we will utilize race in any way because they feel like either this race is superior at this or this race is superior at that. Like, for instance, Kamala will change to whatever, ethnicity she needs to get that many votes. It's just like, well, this I'm black today because that's the superior voting block right now. And so like I was thinking about this earlier today, where like it's almost like the Democratic Party has switched from, they've always used like minorities and, especially black people as tools, whether it was back during slavery, obviously more on the more literal sense of the word tool.
Yeah.
But now it's only, and this is one thing that I don't understand why more of our black Americans are, are people that can see the same shit we all do. Like they're in the same country. I just don't understand why they don't see that they're just being used as a tool, a useful tool. And it is not, it's not changed since the Democrat Party had started. Like they've always been we're going to use people for votes, for this, for that. And it's only just evolved since then. And now it's gotten to the point where they will utilize the minor things like, oh, well, definitely you have to vote Democrat because, well, you just look at the Republicans. They're racist against you. It's the Democrats. We'll take care of you. We've always taken care of you. I mean, look, remember when we put you guys in plantations and you had a nice, safe bed to sleep in and, two meals a day, had cornbread and stuff. You remember that?
Yes, I remember that. Come on.
And like, again, I'm being whatever obtuse about this, but at the same time, like that's basically what they've always been saying. And I'm not going to say every black person in America it doesn't realize this, but not enough do. And it's just like the Democrat Party, and I say this very nicely about them, they're never going to change for the better.
No.
Unless like, their voting bloc finally just looks at them and goes, nah, I think we're done. I think we're done. I think we're done with you guys just using us for votes, and then you guys do absolutely dick shit to actually help the people. Like they don't even help like the people that are affluent in there. Like for instance, like the suburban moms or the suburban white woman that they always say votes Democrat. They don't even help them at all. I don't know why people don't realize. Maybe it's just because they do. They believe the simple things that they can tweet, because they twist the truth. They go, well, look, we did this little thing over here. And then they completely ignore all the stuff over here, the big elephant in the room, the big pile of bones in the closet, as it were, that like, oh, all this stuff is about ready to come tumbling out of your closet and fuck up your room that they said they cleaned for you. All they did was sweep stuff under the rug and make it seem like they're helping you. And then later on, you're going to find all those dust bunnies. You're going to find all that crap, and it's going to just be a bigger mess later.
Yeah, it's kind of like what they did when Xi Jinping came down from China with he came to I think it was San Francisco he went to, and they cleaned up the streets like it was sparkling clean. They did that like in a day, a couple hours. It shows they can fix the problems just like that. They just choose not to do it.
Well, it's not even that. It shows exactly what they do during an election season. Like, all these homeless people are actually bad for society. Oh, okay. Well, we're not actually going to fix them. We're just going to, as I said before, sweep them under the rug. We're just gonna push the. Oh, they're all along this street. Let's see here. We're just gonna push them down the road a bit, away from all the Chinese political advisors. We're gonna make believe that we've solved the problem, but we haven't. We have not solved anything.
It was like they did with the BLM riots. They're all about pushing the riots out. Kamala has her famous clip of they're not going to stop and they shouldn't stop. And they cheered them on, defund the police. And then like a month before the election, they're like, of course we condemn these riots. We condemn all violence. They do that every election and people buy into it every single time. But this time we have a little bit of a different thing now. We have a former president running as a president, which I believe that happened only one other time, maybe two.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, but it's not in modern day. This is like first time in a very, very, very long time, and you can actually compare. And Trump's he just put out an ad. I'll see if I have it later, but he put out an ad quoting Reagan, "Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?" And now we actually have that comparison. Look the way things are now. Look at the stock market crashing, gas prices through the roof, real everyday problems. Going to the grocery store is more expensive than ever before. And I think if we can't win this election, I don't think we can ever win another election, because things are worse off better before. And you actually have a real time comparison. Like, look how bad things are right now. All you normies that maybe don't pay attention to politics, maybe you outright hate Trump, just pay attention to the prices of things right now. See how bad it is? Was it this bad 4 years ago when Trump was president? I don't think so. We had the hiccup with COVID, yes, but it was swinging right back. And I think it could have been a lot worse if we had somebody other than Trump in during COVID. So if Trump was ever going to win some non-likely voters over, it's this election. Possibly they say 20% of the black voters, which would be huge, because I think Trump only got 10 or 11% the last election, which is typical of Republicans. They usually get around that much. And if they get any more than 20%, I mean, the election's done, which is why they're probably pushing for more illegals voting. They say they're not, but then they have programs like in PA, they're trying to push out automatic registration when you go to the DMV. Why do I always forget his first name? Tom Walls, right?
Because he doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's just there, and he's the CNN clip we watched is right. Shapiro was the far better choice, and he would have actually won over some votes. But what I was going to say earlier was I think maybe they were a little intimidated by him, like the Jew thing and all that. It was probably playing into it because their base is the Palestine side.
Well, yeah, they're like, oh shoot, we don't want to lose all of those pro-Palestine voters.
Yeah.
Right? And even though I think that was stupid, because I said it on the last stream, I was like, that doesn't matter. Those people probably aren't going to go vote anyway. So they're a bunch of dumb college kids that are probably just going to,
they're probably
smoke weed that day and go, oh fuck, that's right, today was voting day. Oh shit. But I'm going to go out and burn down another library.
Favorite pastime. But what's going on, Upgrade? How you doing? Welcome. You're great. Going to heat up some corn on the cob. My power was out until a few minutes ago. Oh shit, bad storm. Yeah, it's not bad here, but it's just, it's hitting a bit. That sucks, man. Hope it comes back on. But yeah, with Shapiro, I thought maybe they were a little intimidated by him, like a little ambitious. Maybe Kamala Harris thought, I don't know, this guy might try to push me out. I don't want him to outshine me. So I think that could have played into it a little bit.
That's her job to push out the president.
Yeah, she does that. She's like, this is what I do.
Hey,
you can't steal my thing.
Yeah, I'm the one that steals jobs from people, and I'm the one that gets on my knees and sucks off the government. I mean, works my way up and breaks the glass ceiling.
Yeah, of course, she broke the glass ceiling. But we
I love to. I think it was Tim Pool was saying on one of his streams where he's like, oh, we shouldn't make the whole news cycle around what they want, which I agree. We should make our own. But then it's like, it doesn't do anything to say that she slept her way to the top or something like that, and I'm just like, sorry, I agree with you half. We shouldn't make the news cycle like that, but hear me out here. If they're constantly going to go low and say stupid things like, aren't you guys weird, and oh, look at JD Vance, he's having sex with couches or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that, but
yeah, I don't get that either. But at the same time, like, I'm okay with like throwing out nonsense insults like that. Like look, if they're gonna do it,
the memes, we can meme it up.
I can say that too, but we can do both. Like, you can make the focus of whatever around something that's beneficial to us, but at the same time, like, I think you 100% have to attack the fact that she made her power through very, very disgusting means. Like,
that's Willie Brown,
both sexually and through screwing over people
and pushing out presidents.
Pushing. Yeah. Like, that's a more recent thing, but like, she has done some underhanded things to achieve power.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I think that's okay to point out. Like, obviously, the more visceral thing is to say she was on her knees all the way to the top.
Yeah.
But that gets across the point that she's willing to do some very unsavory things to achieve power. Like, for instance, when she was DA, to keep her power and to keep her number, her percentages and whatever high, she did things where she would ignore evidence and still incarcerate people just so that she would look good.
Yeah.
Like I think it's okay to point out just how despicable she is, and it just so happens one of the more effective things, people that are just normal and the normie that has 5 kids and doesn't have time to look into stuff, something that they can relate to is, oh, this woman that you're trying to idolize, you want to know how she got power? Yeah, she was on her knees, and it wasn't praying. It was she was receiving a holy, a whole different type of holy water. If you were, it was all over her face and hair.
Well, I will say with to that, I do agree, and we can handle that. The memers, the YouTubers, we can cover that part. Now, Team Trump, his campaign team, and the ads should probably focus less on, is Kamala black? Is she Indian? I don't think they, like the official team and Trump's team, should waste too much time on that.
No, they need to focus on the issues.
Yeah, because they have it. It's like I was just saying earlier, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? They could compare, and JD Vance has been doing a fantastic job of that. I don't have any clips of it, but he had a really good speech today. He just went over the facts, went over the border, the grocery prices, and that's stuff that actually matters to everyday people. So I think they should keep focusing on that. But the memers, we can say whatever the hell we want against Kamala, and we will mock her, we will meme her. It is the way elections are won. A lot of people say the 2016, that's why Trump won, because of the memes. And
and also partially because everybody, and I mean everybody, hated Hillary Clinton.
Yeah,
but they didn't want to say it out loud because they didn't want to die.
Yeah, that's true. There's a picture of her and Willis kissing. Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's not a great photo of her, but I saw it.
Don't worry, she found her money banks in that, in whatever his name is.
Doug something. They don't use the same last name, so I always it's not Doug. I always say Doug Harris, but then it would be the opposite. She would take his name, but whatever. I don't know why, but she did say that, Scarlett, that 18-year-olds are dumb. She said 18 to 24-year-olds are dumb. That's why we put them in dorms, which is not a good look. I hope the young people see that video.
They're not gonna, because they think that the way you find videos online is to just go to the first page of Google.
Yeah, and then we already covered that. We know what happens on Google. This kind of goes into what we're saying a little bit, that she's rolling out celebrities all over the place, artists all over the place. We covered last time how she had to pretty much bribe everybody with a free concert just to get people to show up in a stadium. And she's keeping that trend going with comics for Kamala. I just play this really just stupid, retarded clip of Ben Stiller. We know he's a huge lefty, but we'll just watch and then we'll comment.
Get out and vote and donate. And she's also a historic candidate. It's going to be the first woman president, and that's incredibly exciting. And she's Indian, she's black, she's everything. You can be more than one thing. It's
she's
incredible.
everything.
I'm Jewish and Irish. I wish I was black. Every white Jewish guy wishes he was black. It's just get out there and
Jewish
vote
guy wishes
and
he was
donate
black.
and take advantage. This is
every
such an
white
important time
Jewish
right now. And
guy
this wave of energy that's happening, we got to keep going with it. So please do everything you can.
Get out. We get it. That was stupid. So, I mean, I don't know if there's any Jewish people watching, or maybe you're watching later, so you can leave a comment. Do you wish you were black? I mean, because I'm kind of if, for white Jewish people, I would like to know, do you wish you were black? That's a new one for me. I've never heard that.
Every day I want to be blacker.
Why even throw that in there? That was so odd. But I mean,
it's so obvious. It's because he wants to go to like a black barbecue or whatever, and he can say the N-word as much as he wants.
I want my N-word pass.
Yeah, that's exactly what he wants. You can tell that's why he wants that shit.
Jealous of Robert Downey, using blackface and Tropic
Yep.
Thunder. He wants his time now to shine.
He's like, what the hell? I want to go to the black barbecue and call someone my N-word.
They
and yes, Robert, I have seen the swipe of a pen thing.
The swipe. I saw somebody else mention that. I've not seen it.
She's basically talking about how she's almost bragging that, like, I think she said something along the lines of she has the life of a person in the tip of her pen, basically, and with the swipe of a pen, she can like, throw their life away. Basically, that's basically what she's getting at, and it's just a power trip of hers, and she's trying to make herself sound cool, but that's because at the time, as I said, she was doing underhanded things to make herself look better, so that she could constantly gain power. That's what she does.
Yep.
I just don't think she is a legit individual. She is all
she's
about
she's
she's power hungry, and she saw the out, right? Like almost like these really young bunnies and stuff like that marry these old decrepit men. That's basically what she was. She's like, oh shit, I can do this and get stuff without having to sleep with an old decrepit man. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Old decrepit man happened to be Joe Biden.
Yep. And now there's talks of, I don't know if it's going to happen, but there's talks of Joe Biden trying to make people pushing him to contest the convention. I don't know if that will happen, but that would be really hilarious if it's a contested convention. But I just tagged you on X. Oh, did you? All right, we'll bring that up when we head over to Rumble. We'll watch this one last thing before we cut the feeds, go over to Rumble. What I directly mentioned about are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Trump is kind of pushing that with his ad. I thought it was a good job.
Please welcome President Ronald Reagan, who has a few questions for you.
All of you will go to the polls, who stand there in the polling place and make a decision. I think when you make that decision, it might be well if you would ask yourself, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Is it easier for you to go and buy things in the stores than it was 4 years ago? Is there more or less unemployment in the country than there was 4 years ago? Is America as respected throughout the world as it was? Do you feel that our security is as safe, that we're as strong as we were 4 years ago? If you don't think that this course that we've been on for the last 4 years is what you would like to see us follow for the next 4, then I could suggest another choice that you have.
President Trump. He'll make America great again.
I love that they used the photo of him and Ronald Reagan. But yeah, that was a good ad. And that's what we're saying, that we have this comparison now that we normally don't have during elections. And I think Trump's team just needs to keep pushing that. We'll do the memes. We'll talk about Kamala being a whore and possibly being, adding another, race and all that. We'll handle that. Team Trump just focus on the
policy. She can be anything.
Yeah, we
just listen to Ben Stiller. You can be anything.
You can be anything you want.
I sometimes wish I was Comanche. And I'm
you can do whatever the hell you want. Kamala set the precedence for it. So.
I want to be like old Aztec, not new Aztec, like old, like sacrificing babies to the sun.
Reagan was the best. He was. All right, guys, we're gonna head over real quick to Rumble.
You're gonna want to be there. I'm exposing JD Vance. I'm exposing him.
I'm willing to hear it. We'll head over. And we'll be roll. Actually, I could do that like instantly. Do you want a break or?
No, we can just go right over.
All right, we'll go right over, guys. The link is pinned on YouTube. I pinned. Thanks, Robert and Scarlett, for posting that right over on Rumble. We're also live on Locals too. Links are in the description below. If you guys are depending on if you're watching on X, it's my pinned tweet, so you guys can find it there. It's at Patriotic_Cab on literally everything, so it's easy to remember. But yeah, we're heading over to Rumble and Locals. Okay. There's a button for Locals only as well, but now we'll do Rumble and Locals. YouTube. We appreciate the watchers over there. We don't appreciate YouTube, the higher uppers. You guys suck, but the viewers, you guys are awesome. Like, subscribe if you want to support the channel. I don't even know if we're shadow banned over there or what on YouTube. I can't even tell anymore. But appreciate the support and see you later. Rumble, here we come.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this: never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit, you'll want to go home. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward.